Hi, everyone, and welcome to our second episode of our new show, Popcorn Feed, here at My Comic Universe, a show about film and television. I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm your other host, Brian.
Let's get started by taking a look at some of the recent news and headlines in entertainment.
That sounds like a great idea, Steve.
You're a Game of Thrones fan, right, Brian?
I sure am.
Did you hear about the show's creators heading over to the Star Wars universe?
I saw the headline, but I didn't read the article. Why don't you fill me in on those details?
Absolutely. Well, earlier this month, Disney and Lucasfilm announced that Game of Thrones creators David Benioff and D.B. Weiss are going to be creating a new series of Star Wars films.
Well, that should be very interesting.
Yes, absolutely. This new series is going to be separate from the current Skywalker films we're seeing in theaters, as well as the upcoming trilogy that's going to be written and directed by Rian Johnson. So it's very interesting to see what story they decide to tell within the context of the Star Wars universe.
Definitely. I'd like to see David and DB bring in that Game of Thrones dynamic and the different edges and characters into some of the Star Wars characters and in the Star Wars franchise and galaxy. So we'll keep you up to date as those films progress and go into production. So what other news have you heard about, Steve?
Well, in other news, I heard that Joaquin Phoenix is in talks to portray the Joker in the upcoming Joker Origins film that's going to be directed by Todd Phillips and produced by Martin Scorsese.
I did hear about this Scorsese Joker film, and I'm really excited about that.
Absolutely. That's quite some talent we have behind that one.
Definitely. So, but originally they wanted Leonardo DiCaprio, correct?
That's right. He was in talks as well. He was, I think, Scorsese's number one pick, and no surprise there, considering how many films they've worked on together.
Definitely. They have a good rapport.
Yes, they absolutely do. But apparently Phillips has named Joaquin Phoenix as his number one choice, and there have been reports that Phoenix has accepted the role.
Oh, wow.
Already, yes. And apparently the two of them are simply waiting for approval from Warner Brothers at this point in time.
Okay. Well, we'll let everybody know when they get that approval and when that movie actually goes into production and will actually be made, because I'm excited for a new Joker film.
Definitely.
It's definitely one of the best rogues in the Batman Rogues Gallery.
Absolutely. No doubt about it.
So, speaking of DC Entertainment, though, they are doing a live-action Teen Titans TV series, and we're going to get to see Nightwing, Starfire, Raven, Beast Boy, and Hawk and Dove brought to a TV series, a live-action TV show.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it really is. But on top of that, Chief Creative Officer at DC, Jeff Johns, just announced on social media that the Doom Patrol, another small group of superheroes, will be joining the Teen Titans TV series. So we're going to get to see even more DC comic book heroes coming to this TV series, and we will keep everybody up to date when that happens, and I believe they are setting that for September of 2018.
Oh, excellent. So it's coming out later this year.
Yes.
Right on. We don't have to wait too much longer.
Not too much longer. So we'll keep everybody, like we said, up to date on those. Now, you mentioned something to me the other day, though, about Black Panther, Steve.
I did, that's right. Black Panther is breaking records yet again. This time they've become the first Marvel Cinematic Universe film to be on the cover of Time magazine.
Whoa.
That's pretty
big.
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah.
That definitely is big. Last month we did report that Black Panther had broken Fandango's pre-sale record for the first quarter of 2018.
That's correct.
And as of this time, it's projected that Black Panther is going to make approximately $150 million in their opening weekend.
That's a hefty bill to be collecting, that's for sure.
Absolutely, and I mean the film hasn't even come out yet, and it's already has so much hype around it. So very excited to see that one when it comes out.
So am I, and we'll keep you up to date on all the box office results for the next couple of weeks here at Popcorn Feed for the Black Panther movie.
We sure will.
But Black Panther is awesome, but did you see the Super Bowl trailer for the Infinity War film?
I did.
Oh my god.
Very exciting. It was only 30 seconds, but you got so much to get excited about.
Beyond excited for this film. We're going to go through all these cool trailers that came out during the Super Bowl, obviously, but this is the number one we had to talk about. I don't know about you, Steve, but the one thing I'm really excited for when it comes down to this film is that shot that was in this 30-second trailer, the team up between Doctor Strange and Iron Man.
Yep, I know the one you're talking about.
Oh man, I really, really am excited for that, and hopefully it's like a battle scene between Thanos or possibly, Ebony Maw or somebody else from the Black Syndicate.
Gotcha.
So that'd be cool to check out.
Yeah,
What are you
definitely.
excited for the Infinity War trailer?
Well, like you
Or
mentioned,
from the Infinity War
Yeah.
trailer.
Well, like you mentioned, I'm very excited to see all of these MCU characters, that we've come to know and love over the last decade together in the same film.
Yes.
Finally, after so much time.
And all the speculation behind it, too.
The new trailer was filled with all sorts of new alliances, outfits, tech, and we got a close-up look at Captain America's new shield and a glimpse of Iron Man's new armor as well.
Which
So that's very exciting
That's
to
pretty
see.
cool to see those little Easter eggs they're already planting in the trailers for us.
Exactly.
So it'll definitely be a big film, and we'll keep you up to date here on Infinity War and all the Infinity War movie news. Now, next trailer that we have to talk about that was on the Super Bowl was the
Solo, a Star Wars story.
Solo.
That was a good one. I was
So
very
good.
excited once that came on
I
screen.
know. Honestly, Ron Howard doing a Star Wars young Han Solo movie. Honestly, what are you excited for the Han Solo movie?
Well, so far, I think the first trailer did a really good job of leaving us wanting more. It didn't really focus on the main character as much as it did on the new universe surrounding him.
Right.
And so I'm excited to really see, what the story itself is going to be telling. We didn't get very many major plot points revealed, and that served the purpose of leaving us, wanting to know more.
Yeah.
And as of right now, I want to know what's going to happen.
Yeah, I will tell you what I'm excited for. I'm excited to see a young Lando Calrissian played by Donald Glover.
Yes.
And on top of that, I'm really excited to see the circumstance where the meeting between Han and Chewie actually happens.
Yeah, it'll be great to see that story told finally on the
Finally,
big
we
screen.
get to see it on the big screen. So it'll be something we're really, really excited for. And we'll keep you up to date on all the villainy and scum that will be coming out in the Han Solo movie.
We also had the Mission Impossible Fallout trailer too. What did you think of that one,
Oh,
Brian?
yeah, that's right, the Mission Impossible. Okay, I think it's going to be really cool. I actually haven't seen the last Mission Impossible,
Okay.
but once you've seen all the other ones in the franchise, it makes you still love the action film that Mission Impossible really is.
Exactly. That was my thought too. Like the previous Mission Impossible films, this one looks like it's going to be yet another action-packed thrill ride that's going to keep us all on the edge of our seats. And I'm sure the production value and the choreography is going to be top of the line.
Plus, we get to see Superman with that mustache.
Exactly.
That's
the
what I'm
infamous
really
mustache.
looking forward to.
Yep. We finally get to see what the big fuss was all about.
So the next trailer is the second season of Westworld.
Yes. Very excited about that one.
Wow.
We've waited long enough for
Yeah,
that.
we have. Season 1 was phenomenal.
It was.
Highly recommended here if you haven't had a chance to watch that HBO series. But honestly, I'm excited for it. I'm excited to get back into Westworld again. But what are you really excited from that teaser trailer or that little Super Bowl spots?
Well, what I liked about it is that it finally looks like we're getting the real game that William was talking about in the first season, inside of Arnold's maze. We're going to get to see the hosts rise up and rise against their human guests and take matters into their own hands. So I'm excited to see what kind of chaos ensues.
Definitely. Even from those little trailers already, it seems like there's going to be a lot more action in this season. But the overall story and the progression of each character is going to keep going forward, and I'm really excited. We will keep you up to date on season 2 here of Westworld at Popcorn Feed. Now, we cannot leave off without not mentioning the very last trailer, which was...
That was the Cloverfield Paradox.
That's right, Cloverfield Paradox, huh? So far, I had a chance to watch it on Netflix. It wasn't too bad. I enjoyed it.
You liked
It was a
it?
fun little science fiction film. So if you have a nice Saturday night or Friday night and you're looking for something to watch, definitely.
There you
What'd
go.
you think about it?
Well, as of right now, I haven't seen it yet. I actually
okay.
need to go back and I need to watch 10 Cloverfield Lane because I haven't had a chance to check that one out either. Although I've heard good things. I've heard mixed things.
I would recommend it.
Yeah,
Definitely.
yeah.
You'll enjoy it if you like the original Cloverfield film.
I did. That one was my favorite. Absolutely.
We cannot leave out these other great trailers that just dropped most recently.
Right.
We're talking Deadpool, we're talking Venom, and Jessica Jones Season 2.
Excellent.
All right, Steve, you gotta tell me, what'd you think of Venom?
It looks good. It looks like it's going to be a really good movie. I was
Right.
a little disappointed by the fact that we didn't actually get to see Venom, as I'm sure a lot of our viewers are as well. But I think it definitely did its job as far as wanting us to, know more and to see more.
Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was as well. I can agree that if we had seen Venom, or at least seen Tom being absorbed by the symbiote, would probably have registered a little bit more of a positive response. But that's the point of this teaser, and I think it did exactly what most teaser trailers do. It got me hooked, and exactly. I cannot wait for this Venom film.
Likewise.
So, overall, what do you think of Tom Hardy as Venom?
I think he's going to do a great job. I think he's definitely better suited for the role of Eddie Brock than Topher Grace was in the Spider-Man 3 film.
I think Eddie Brock's the perfect character for him to portray. I think it fits his persona and his personality, mainly because I saw that a lot in just his acting abilities in both Inception and all the other Nolan films that he did, and Dunkirk as well.
That's right. I still haven't seen Dunkirk. But he did
that's one you're going to have to check out too, man, because it's definitely on the list worth seeing.
I definitely think he did a great job as Bane. I mean, considering we didn't see his face the whole time, and regardless of what people may think of the accent he decided to use for the character, I think he did a great job, and I can definitely see him bringing his experience to the role of Eddie Brock and Venom.
So we will keep you up to date on all the symbiote news, all the Spider-Man news, all the Venom news here at Popcorn Feed. Okay, but Venom is not the only Marvel character, right, that we are going to get to see this year.
We've also got Deadpool.
We got Deadpool too.
I do.
I mean, Deadpool, the first Deadpool, you know me. I honestly believe it was one of the funniest movies I've seen in the last 10 years of my life.
It really was.
Which it says a lot. It rings true. But this time around, we get some new characters being added in, and this trailer just opened the vault for Marvel to introduce us to not only Cable, not only bringing back Deadpool and a couple of the other X-Men, but the Six-Pack. Yeah. So these are kind of like rough and tumble kind of guys that, kind of hang around with Cable. So we'll keep you up to date as that unfolds on who's playing who, on which characters from the Six-Pack. But all in all, I'm excited for that. I'm excited for Deadpool 2. What are you excited for Deadpool 2?
I'm excited to see just how funny it is. I think it's going to be hilarious, action-packed, and I really hope it lives up to the first one, if not is even better. Hopefully this is one of those cases where the sequel outperforms the original.
I have high hopes that it will as well. We'll keep you up to date on all the Deadpool 2 news here, and we'll let you know how we like the movie when the movie hits theaters.
We sure will.
Okay, but we gotta talk about one more trailer that dropped. I know, lots of trailers, people.
It was a big week. It was a really big week.
Really big. Okay, we gotta talk about Jessica Jones Season 2. Now, you mentioned to me before you didn't really get around to watching Season 1, right?
That's right. I still haven't seen the first season.
Okay, well, Season 1 was pretty good, and I kind of thought that it ended off very well and kind of transitioned at the very end of Season 2 to open it up for her role in the Defenders. And now I'm wondering if Season 2 is going to have more of her role in the Defenders, because towards the end of the Defenders, it almost seemed like she was kind of taking on a leadership role. And at the end of Season 1 of Jessica Jones, she was more inclined to be like, I'm going to go back to being on my own and doing my detective work. And, we saw a new change in her character as she slowly started pulling away from Kilgrave's hold over her. So I'd like to see how that plays out in Season 2. And I'll keep you up to date, and we'll keep you up to date here at Popcorn Feed about Season 2 of Jessica Jones, but you gotta get on that, Steve.
Yeah, definitely.
I highly
recommend
will. It. The other thing we gotta talk about is new releases, Steve. What's out in theaters right now?
Well, in theaters right now, we have Hustles, directed by Scott Cooper, and starring Batman himself, Christian Bale, Rosamund Pike, and Wes Studi. In February, we have Black Panther, directed by Ryan Coogler, and starring Chadwick Boseman and Michael B. Jordan.
Let's take a look at some new digital download and Blu-ray releases.
In January, we have Batman, Gotham by Gaslight, directed by Sam Liu and released by Warner Brothers Home Entertainment. And in February, we have Only the Brave, directed by Joseph Kosinski and starring Josh Brolin and Jeff Bridges.
Those are some great additions to your Blu-ray collection, and we'll keep you up to date here where you can add those. Now, at Popcorn Feed, every episode we'd like to recommend a film. And this episode, we'd like to recommend Batman Gotham by Gaslight.
That's right. Batman Gotham by Gaslight stars Bruce Greenwood, Jennifer Carpenter, and Chris Cox. It's set in an alternative Victorian-age Gotham City, where Batman is investigating a new series of murders by none other than Jack the Ripper, while waging his war on crime at the same time.
It's definitely a interesting take on Batman, and this Elseworld title, it revolves around this iconic storyline written by Danny O'Neill with some art by one of my favorites, Mike Mignola.
Very nice.
So it's definitely a recommendation here at My Comic Universe and here at Popcorn Feed. Well, I believe that's everything we have here at Popcorn Feed for this episode. Thank you for joining us.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Don't forget to stay tuned for our upcoming episode of our ongoing series here at My Comic Universe. Leave us a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel.
And follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
I'm your host, Steve.
And I'm your other host, Brian.
Here at My Comic Universe. Thanks for watching.
Thanks again.
Until next time.